Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy effectively stripped the Batman mythos of any supernatural or fantastic elements, even with traditionally mystical characters like Ra's al Ghul. But Marvel and DC have both confined everything superhuman in their movie universes to the realm of science, technology, or aliens. While the MCU will be embracing on-screen magic in a big way with Doctor Strange in November, DC will actually be the first into the cinematic magic waters with Suicide Squad's Enchantress. 50 years ago, in the summer of 1966, Strange Adventures number 187 introduced the world to the Enchantress, whom the cover touted as the Switcheroo Witcheroo. The rhyming continued inside as we meet June Moon on a date with importer, though not exporter, Alan Dell. Alan's inadequacy as a boyfriend starts by having no idea that the event they're attending is a costume party. Incompetent Alan leaves her to find costumes, just as a giant tapestry of a minotaur comes to life and threatens everyone. In the commotion, June tumbles down a hidden passageway, landing before a giant talking red head. Not a giant talking redhead. Much like Shazam's famous shtick, this head teaches June a magic phrase, the Enchantress, that brings a lightning bolt and transforms the blonde-haired, blue-eyed June into a powerful black-haired, green-eyed sorceress. She can suddenly walk through walls, resize objects, perform telekinesis, and tame creatures from the alternate realm of magic. The Enchantress saves the day. Alan's night of douchebaggery is complete when he hits on the Enchantress, not realizing that it's really his girlfriend June. Unlike Shazam, which merely changes Billy into a super-powered version of himself, we come to find that the Enchantress is actually an entirely separate entity that completely takes over June's body and mind when she utters the name. In fact, the Justice League Dark Team came together specifically for the express purpose of battling the Enchantress persona when she came separated from June. Clearly, this magical bodyjacker is not the hero we were introduced to in those first stories. Her sinister side was revealed when the Enchantress attempted to take advantage of an astral alignment to gain omnipotent power. Supergirl stops this plan by altering the orbit of the moon, somehow without ecological disaster to the Earth below. But from this point on, the Enchantress has been a borderline villain with anti-villain tendencies. She became involved with the Forgotten Villains, served in the villain army during the Crisis on Infinite Earths, a team called Shadow Pact, and eventually Task Force X, the Suicide Squad. Unsurprisingly, June had been diagnosed with schizophrenia, and she became a voluntary member of the Suicide Squad when Amanda Waller promised to help her control the magic side that was wearing her June persona down. To that end, Madame Xanadu gave June a necklace and ring that is supposed to help keep the Enchantress under control. Even with this help, Enchantress is one of the least predictable and most volatile members of the Suicide Squad, and that is saying something. In the comics, Enchantress can manipulate magical energy in almost any way she chooses, including tapping into the power of other magic users she encounters. She can create objects, project energy, fly, teleport, heal, and of course, cast spells. June Moon's only non-comic appearance is the brief cameo in the animated adaptation of Justice League Flashpoint Paradox. She had an important role as a resistance traitor in the comics, but in the film, her effect on the battle was given to Wonder Woman instead. So, that means that Cara Delevingne's portrayal of Enchantress in the Suicide Squad will be the first we'll see. Production images tell us that her familiar floppy hat, emerald green look has been shed for not much. Perhaps this chain-based costume is a nod to Xanadu's restraining jewelry? Maybe this will replace Slave Leia on the cosplay circuit? Anyhow, it will be interesting to see how magic is introduced into this incarnation of the DCU, but we're sure that June's conflicted, powerful, split personality will fit in just fine.
Remember, you can't say it was better in the comics if you don't know what happened in the comics. So go ahead and click on the face of any other member of the Suicide Squad you want to know all the deets on. Or, you can click right here to watch our playlist of every video and learn everything there is to know about every member of the team.